Good morning and welcome to the Treehouse. This is Kag with the View from Above tarot reading for Saturday, October 5th. And in keeping with our new strategy for readings, today we're going to be talking about our relationship with ourselves. And that is really about personal growth. And so I have deeply shuffled these cards before starting the video. And I am ready to lay out our reflective spread. Remember that this is a collective reading, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. So when we talk about personal growth, one of the things for me that is front and center is the fact that we all have a number of roles that we play in our lives. We are in relationship with other people. We may be mothers or fathers. We may be children. We may be siblings. We may be workmates, teachers. We have a number of roles. And so the Matryoshka dolls that I have here are just symbolic of the fact that underneath whatever it is that people, however people perceive us, there is another version of us. And that when we take off all of these roles, what is left of us is the core of who we are as a spiritual being. And so sometimes our growth, our spiritual growth or our personal growth has to do with one of our roles. And I think that we don't spend enough time thinking about the core of who we are and what we need to sort of explore as far as personal growth is involved. And so the focus of this particular reading is about addressing the needs of that core part of who we are, the part that isn't really beholden to anyone else other than to the universe, to the holy, to our higher self. And sometimes because of the demands of all of the other roles that we play, we end up getting sort of left out. And so that is the focus of this particular reading today. So where are we? What is the present energy as we start this? And that is the Three of Wands. And our fellow is standing up on top of the mountaintop looking down at the ships in the harbor. Now, we don't know that they're going out or they're coming back, but he has launched this idea and he is waiting for fruition to come. And so as I think about personal growth, absolutely, we probably have launched any number of personal growth goals in the past. And frequently they get set aside when other roles come up and kind of take over. So I guess I would ask us to think about what it is that would be best for our little selves going forward. What growth goal have we set and just not followed through on? And so our challenge is the Death card, which is the card of transformation and change. And so we are being challenged today to think about what our little core being needs in order to grow as a fully formed and functional human being. What is it that we need to change? What do we need to start again? Maybe what is it that we need to add to our goal set and make our own selves as important as all of those with whom we are in relationship. So our mindset this morning is the Empress. The Empress is the mother. She is Mother Earth. And so we are kind of charged to look into our own souls for who is the mother that we grew inside of ourselves to care for ourselves. Some of us had wonderful mothers who taught us how to be good mothers to ourselves, and some of us did not have that kind of mothering. But as we have grown, we have most likely funded an ability to be the conscience of the good mother to ourselves. And so this is where we're coming from this morning. What is our internal mother telling us that we need? The past influences here are the Three of Pentacles, which is the card of foundational growth. And we do this with other people. We learn from the master builder and from the monk and from the philosopher about how to put a good foundation in place. So chances are good that we have the ability to know what a good foundation is for our little selves. And so we need to pull back and just remember what it is that we already know about what is foundationally healthy for us in order to care best for ourselves. So we've got a foundation and we've got a mother's love, the internal mother's love that we have as we are making this transformation to do what is best for our personal selves. So where's our focus? It is the Fool, which is the card of new beginnings, which seems very appropriate for our conversation today. What do we need to do in order to make ourselves new again, right? Where can we be refreshed? Where can we really take good care of ourselves in order to be able to care for those other people in the roles that we carry? That is really a hard thing to know, right? Because if you are a person who was raised to care for others, so whether you are masculine or feminine or transgender, however you identify, chances are good that if you are looking at tarot cards to begin with, you are already connected to your higher self and looking for some wisdom in that way. And we have a tendency to be the caregivers of the world. And so caring for ourselves usually comes second, but we are going to look at this as really a priority because when we are healthy, we are much more capable of giving to other people in our lives. I hate the example of putting on your own mask in the airplane, but it is appropriate. You can't really care for other people if you are not taking care of ourselves. But that is something that we did not learn how to do natively. Usually people look at us, how can you help them? Or how have I learned to help other people first? And if there's anything left over, then I get to have it. But this is a new place and it's going to feel somewhat reckless. He is traveling light and he's about to jump off the cliff. And it may feel that way to all of us to say, okay, I'm going to kind of put myself first in this way. And it's necessary. It's necessary in order for me to care for the rest of the people in my life. So if we do this, where are we headed? Well, it's going to take a little bit of work. Not a surprise. It is going to take a little bit of work to make a change in the way that we perceive what is important for us. And so whatever our growth goal is here, whatever we're putting our ships out into the world in order to do for us is going to require this transformation. It's going to require our internal mother and our foundations that are already in place in order to go ahead and do this, knowing that it is going to require some work and some practice, but we've got this. Look at that mastery. We know how to take care of other people. We just need to turn it around and take care of ourselves as well. So before I turn Meriwether over, let's just look at what we've got here. We've got 2 pentacles and a wand, and we've got 3 major arcana. We have got the beginning, we've got the good mother, and we've got transformation. Very powerful cards for this morning as we're talking about how it is that we care for ourselves. So if we are willing to do this, it is going to take some work, but we've got it. We've got the mastery of this. So let's look at Meriwether and see what we have here. And what we have is the Strength card. So the beast in this card is being tamed by the woman here. And I think that the beast here is what our reactions are to taking care of others and not taking care of ourselves as well. And I'm not saying that we need to put ourselves ahead of other people, but we can't put other people ahead of ourselves. It has to be a balanced place where we are caring for ourselves. So the reaction to the demands from others are going to be to hurry up and do that first and put this on the side. And we really can't do that. We've got to be strong enough. This is an 8, and this is an 8, and 8s are cards of commitments, right? Commitments to doing this for ourselves. The other thing I just want to point out is we've got 3 3s here, and the 3 cards, the Empress, the 3 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles are cards of expansion. The Fool is the card of newness, and Death is the card of transformation into this new place. So that is what we are being gifted with this morning, is giving ourselves permission to at least take as good a care of ourselves as we are taking care of other people and making it a priority. So that is what I have for us here at the Treehouse this morning. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. And come back again tomorrow for another View from Above tarot reading here at the Treehouse. Blessings.